laden autumn, here I stand, worn of heart and weak of hand. Naught but rest seems good to me. Speak the word that sets me free. O wild west wind, thou breath of autumn's being, thou from whose unseen presence the leaves dead are driven, like ghosts from an enchanter fleeing. Once upon an autumn day, colourful leaves began to fade in the midst of a chilly, frosty air, as multitudes of trees grew steadily bare. Once upon an autumn day, the whispering breeze was here to stay, moving aimlessly through the countless trees, scattering leaves with the greatest of ease. Once upon an autumn day, the leaves whirled freely in every way, until at last they came to rest, finding a haven in which to nest. Once upon an autumn day, the trees were dormant, and the leaves lay waiting for the winter snow to fall, to quickly obscure them, one and all. Nature's first green is gold, her hardest hue to hold. Her early leaf's a flower, but only so an hour. Then leaf subsides to leaf, so Eden sank to grief, so dawn goes down to day. Nothing gold can stay. Season of mists and mellow fruitfulness, close bosom friend of the maturing sun, conspiring with him how to load and bless with fruit the vines that round the thatch eaves run, to bend with apples the mossed cottage trees, and fill all fruit with ripeness to the core, to swell the gourd and plump the hazel shells with a sweet kernel, to set budding more and still more late flowers for the bees, until they think warm days will never cease, for summer has o'erbrimmed their clammy cells. That time of year thou mayst in me behold, when yellow leaves or none or few do hang upon those boughs which shake against the cold. Bare ruined choirs where late the sweet birds sang, in me thou seest the twilight of such day, as after sunset fadeth in the west, which by and by black night doth take away. Death's second self that seals up all in rest, in me thou seest the glowing of such fire, that on the ashes of his youth doth lie, as the deathbed whereon it must expire. Consumed with that which it was nourished by, this thou perceivest, which makes thy love more strong, to love that well which thou must leave ere long. Know'st thou not at the fall of the leaf how the heart feels a languid grief laid on it for a covering, and how sleep seems a goodly thing in autumn at the fall of the leaf, and how the swift beat of the brain falters because it is in vain in autumn at the fall of the leaf, knowest thou not? And how the chief of joy seems not to suffer pain? Knowest thou not at the fall of the leaf how the soul feels like a dried sheaf bound up at length for harvesting, and how death seems a comely thing in autumn at the fall of the leaf?